All right, Bruchim Abayim, welcome everyone. Someone told me that if you upload a video and release it after you upload it, it's better for the algorithm. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're trying that. So it's actually Thursday night as I'm recording this, but I will have this release on Friday, Bezos Hashem. If everything records everything, who knows what'll happen. I don't know. You guys probably know now that I don't know. But we try to learn something every Friday from my holy ancestor, the Maharal Miprak. We just started the book of Exodus, or we'll be starting it on Shabbos, or technically last Shabbos afternoon we started Exodus. I had the schus to lane in the shul where I grew up, the Young Israel of New Hyde Park, and say Shalosh Shudastar by Mincha. So that was really quite a special thing for me. I don't know if I ever lain there. Maybe just my maftir on my off roof was the only time I might have lain there. So it was a big cover to be back home. So anyway, we're in the book of Exodus chapter 1 verse 8. V'yakom melech chodesh al Mitzrayim asher yada es Yosef. And there arose a new king upon Egypt who did not know Joseph. So Rashi brings famous Rashi, Rav Shmuel. There are two different opinions. There's the opinion of Rav and the opinion of Shmuel. Chad Amar Chodesh Mamish. One said it was actually a new king. And the other one said that he made himself, as if he didn't know Joseph, he just made new decrees. Asher Leodas Yosef. Either way, Rashi brings some Gemara in Sota Yud Aleph, Sota 11. Also, Atzmo Kilu Lo Yeda'o. He made himself as if he did not know Joseph. So Zukta Heilige Zayde, the Maharal Miprak, Schusigolena Welkel Yisrael Amen, in the Aryeh. Chad Omar Chodesh Mamish. One says that it's literally new. Chad Omar Shnis Chadshu Gzeirosav. And the other opinion says that he made new decrees, but it was the same person. The Parakates and Ma'amrin. So the Gemara in Erev and Gimel Amud Aleph 53a. Manda Omar Chodesh Mamish Dechsiv Chodesh. So the opinion that says that was literally a new king is because the scripture says new. Manda Omar. But according to the opinion that says that he made new decrees, because it doesn't say that the king died and a new king reigned. Al Yisrael as Yosef, or Al Yisrael Mitzrayim. So, if you would say, according to the opinion, that it's literally new, it doesn't have to write new, but rather that there arose a king upon Israel that did not know Joseph, or upon Egypt, but I guess the point is that it didn't change his relationship to Egypt, it changed his relationship with the Israelites. Mamela, if that's the case, automatically Yadanu Shu Chodesh, then we would know that he's new. Finishes. It seems according to the opinion that says he's literally new. Hutzrach l'michtav Chodesh. He had to write new. Rak Malchus Acheres. To say that he wasn't a king who was equal to the first king, but it was another kingdom. We know in Egypt they had many different dynasties, and so it's possible even that we could understand it that it was a totally different dynasty, not only a new king, but a different dynasty. She'ein malchus Masyaches al malchus Rishon, that this dynasty has no dynastic relationship to the previous king, Loi Daimaloi, and so therefore he's not similar to him. V'zeh yikra Chadash Mamish, and that is called literally new. Mishfil Shahaya Chadash Mamish, and since it was literally new, meaning that it was a different dynasty, V'loi Haya Me'enin Malchus Rishon, so therefore he had no connection to that first kingdom. Haya Goyze Gezerus Roy, so then he was making evil decrees against the Hebrews. I mean, we know that there was at that time in history was Akhenaten, who was a monotheist king, pharaoh, and then later it was replaced by a different dynasty that went back to the polytheism of Egypt. So it seems that these two, Rabbi Shmuel, these two Talmudic sages, the reason for their disagreement and for their understanding and their opinions and their logical arguments is according to this. According to the opinion that says it's literally a new king, it seems that it was that this renewal of a different dynasty upon Egypt, that's why it was the cause of the subjugation, the slavery, was because of a dynastic change. That it was a totally different dynasty. Ki malchus kasher timshach behemshach echad layavay shinai lasher barzo. Because if it's the same dynasty, even if the king died and there's another king, it doesn't make sense for that son to totally change his opinion about aliens living in the country and how he treats them if they're all from the same dynasty, or whoever he's dealing with in the land. If it's the same dynasty, it's the father and the son, it would make sense that they would agree. V'Kadosh Baruch Hu Mehad Malchin U'Moike Malchin. But God is the one who brings about who is a king. He brings down one kingdom and he brings up another kingdom. Brings down one government, brings up another government. V'Tach is also a Malchus Roy Yisrael Shibud Gadol. And under that kingdom, under that dynasty, the Israelites became worthy to this great subjugation, to the slavery. According to the other opinion, that it was actually the same king, and he made new decrees. Because where do the decrees come from? The decrees don't come, Lev Hamelech V'Yad Hamelech. The heart of a human king is in the hand of the King of Kings. And so when we have this new decree, the decree doesn't come merely from the human political forces. The decrees come from God. Shiu Yisrael b'Shibud. So God decreed that the Israelites should be enslaved, that they should be subjugated. So all that means is that they required a new decree. When you understand this concept, when you understand this concept, then there's a proof, and you know that you don't need to say, even according to the one that says that he renewed his decrees. Is it going to move? Loimer Shahaya Zepari Rishon and Shahaya B'mei Yosef, that even though it was the same Pharaoh that was in the time of Joseph, Kikasha Loimar Shayrosha Kol Kach Chai Yomim Harbe, because it's very difficult to say, why would such a wicked person live such a long life? Well, Jimmy Carter lived a long life, so who knows? But I guess it's because he saved Uman. And so too, all the things that he did for Yosef, even though he became wicked, but that merit stayed with him. They had a long life on this earth, and they had that reward. Who knows in the next world? That's for God to decide. It was for God to decide the long life too. But there's opinions that say that the Pharaoh from that time, Paro, he lived even till the time of Jonah, hundreds and hundreds of years later. Obviously, it's a medrash, it's a homily, and it's most likely not literally true, but there are some people who believe that it is literally true, most of the Lubavitchers. So anyway, l'sheikahu l'das. But the main thing is that it's worthy for you to know, he called malchus asher yimloch, that any kingdom that reigns. Let this guy pass me. Hu uvenoi uven benoi, when it's a father, then the son, and the grandson, nikra hakol melech echad. That's really all one king, because it's one kingdom, it's one dynasty, or dynasty if you're British. And also you have to say in many places, that any dynasty that continues its kingdom, hakol melech echad, that could all be called one king, because we still say, the house of David, right? All throughout all the kings of Judah were the house of David, right? They're called by the name of David. But if you renew a kingdom in a way that's not connected to the first king, that's called a new king. And so therefore when even they were the descendants of David, and they lived in an evil way, but they would often say, but he went in the way of Yeravam, of Jeroboam. He went in the way, if you read in the book of Kings. So the opinion that says it was literally a new king, you have to say, Shahaya Malchus Shaloi Me'inyan Malchuso V'lo Mazaro. That it has to say this is a different dynasty that's not from the progeny, not from the seed of the first king. Well, but according to the opinion that he renewed his decrees, then that means it's the same dynasty, and he's from the progeny, and he's a scion of that first king. But because he made new decrees, he's called a new king, because he's not following in the path of his father or grandfather. Well, Baruch Hashem, we find ourselves. I actually got tickets to go to the inauguration. I'm debating whether or not to go, and probably by the time this is listed, I'll have to make my decision, because I have to make my decision by noon on Friday. But I did score some tickets, and I'm debating whether or not to go. But whatever it is, so I'll watch it on YouTube if I don't go. But it's a wonderful thing that we have V'yokam Melech Chodosh Al America Shelo Yada as Biden, V'lo Yada as Obama, V'lo Yada Woodrow Wilson, and LBJ, Yimach Shemam, all of those Rishoyim. And instead we're going back to the ways of Reagan and of Calvin Coolidge, and we're going to have, Baruch Hashem, we'll have our years of plenty, and hopefully that this should be a good segue into Yis Mashiach. We of course pray for our brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael. It's a big simcha for those who are getting out from their ha'amdim b'tzar b'shivya, those the chetufim that are being released. The the hostages are being released, but it's also very scary that they're letting go so many terrorists. I'm very scared what the outcome will be of that. I'm feeling as though that as long as we have a Republican in the White House, they're going to be too scared to do anything. So, of course, my belief is that if there never was a state of Israel, things would be a lot better. We wouldn't be in all this mess. But now that it exists, I wish there was a way that we could fix it, that wouldn't call it itself a Jewish state, and then we wouldn't have to bear the brunt of all of whatever they do. That's part of Golus. So the Rebbeinu Shalom should help us, should understand that whatever happens in Gezer Min Hashamayim, and V'yakom Melech Chodesh, we're Baruch Hashem, we're going to have a new government, and things will, I believe, will be much better in America with our great President Trump coming back, and I hope and pray that we see prosperity and peace, not only in our times. We just, it seems that when we got Biden after Trump, it felt like we had Neville Chamberlain after we had after Winston Churchill instead of before Winston Churchill, but now, Baruch Hashem, we're having our Winston Churchill back, and where's my Roy Cohn? Baruch Hashem, I think Joe McCarthy has been vindicated after what we see now. People like Sanders and AOC and all these people who are unfortunately actually in the government is very scary, and Harris and all these people. So of course we pray for President Trump and hope that he is healthy and well, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about, I don't know if I'm going to edit this video, because it's a little bit harder to do on the phone than on the computer, but I might try to do it, and I might try to see what we can do with how hard it is. What do you think about, first of all, the editing, also having the camera on the side, and all the other differences, that we put, like pictures and music and all different things in our videos? Do you think that's a good thing? You think it's not a good thing? Let me know in the comments below, because certainly it's a lot easier. This doesn't make much of a difference, and I got a new thing to hold the phone, so it's a lot easier. Like, I tried to make the video today, the one I made earlier, Kedushas Levi, that already released, when I'm recording this one now. I was in the car, and I didn't have the car running. So on one hand, the audio didn't have the problem, and I tried to turn the car on so that I'd have some heat, and it made some dinging, and I could have edited that out, but I was in a rush to do something, and I wanted to get the video out. So I released it as it was, with whatever edits I was able to release it with. But it's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time to edit the videos. And if it means that this channel will be more matzliach, will be more successful, and we'll get a lot more views on the videos, so Adarabba, we'll do it, but if not, I don't know, is it worth it to put in the extra effort? Because the main thing is to get out the Torah message. But in the meantime, this is what we're dealing with. So thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment. Certainly, I feel much better recording this, not a Friday, not for Yacht, So, very thank you anyway. Thank you all for watching. We love you. And our friend John Doe there, he got, even though the video didn't make it all the way, since he made the comments and everything, and we gave him a book. And we thank you for your loyalty to this channel. And anybody, please check out my Amazon books. We have plenty of books, and I'm thinking of putting out some more. So let me know what you think about that. and I appreciate all the folks who have purchased books from us on Amazon. We don't make a lot of money from Amazon in those books. It's really like the Shem Shemayim, just to get the things out there. But again, if we have big volume, there's no overhead for us, right? This, when I send the book, that was out of my pocket, but it wasn't a lot, Or if I want copies from, or to give out, I also, if anyone gave a big donation, say certainly more than $500 to our GoFundMe last year, write to me, and we'll send you a book, whatever, and those certainly will send you a hardcover book, because we appreciate the big donations that we got. I should follow up on GoFundMe and send books out to folks. So thank you for watching. Baruch Hashem, we bought the house, and we would like to make now addition on the house and build a bais medrash, a mikvah, but we might. I don't know. I went for Stellar. I went for probably the Shabbos, last Shabbos. Looks like I might get it. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous about it. I don't know if I really want it. I don't know if I want to take on that Aryeh, but sof kol sof. I don't know what's going on here, So thank you all. We love you. If we could build up White Lake, would be gewaldig. But I don't know. I'd like to, especially with the competition that we have. It's really a big agmas nefesh. So, all right, love you all. Take care. Keep up the good work. We'll see you. Have a good Shabbos, everybody. All right, how do I turn this thing off?